Hey there viewers, my name is Torinski and welcome back to another Sunday stream. It feels like a lifetime has gone by this week and had to think for a bit to remember a lot about the run that we left off with on GrEE here, but I do remember that had some trouble in the Abyss, which I probably, at this level and with this strong of a character, I should be able to handle the Abyss just fine, but the more important thing here is that it's not really necessary for us to be risking ourselves at the hands of RNG, and we might as well just head to vaults, get even more experience, get even, excuse me, get even a little bit stronger, and then see how it goes from there. Besides, we don't even know which rune we'll go for, because I think I'm just gonna go for 3 runes. It's tough because as soon as you go for 3, I feel like you're almost always strong enough for the first 5. So we'll see how we feel, but I think we're gonna go for 3 and then see how Zot goes. So, started off, actually, before I go anywhere here, immediately start to head out, but let me do my little self-review of our character here, especially spells are always important. Okay, yeah, our crystal spear is bound to our first macro key, perfect. And we have a lot of good spells. I should almost just make more macro keys. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it, I guess. Okay, what else? I guess the control over the overview, always an important one, even though I'm pretty sure we're just going to be heading out to vaults here, because everything is pretty much cleared. Okay, I was curious, I was trying to remember what the trove was, and it's +3 storm dragon scales, so we need to find some storm dragon scales. Right. Alright, and then our resistances, I remember being awesome. Perfect. And with that, pretty much remember most of the stuff. We have a scroll of acquirement on us. Huh. Did I find that in the Abyss? I don't think I've been carrying this for that long. Well, so yeah, here we can make a decision. The Ring of the Princeling, hey? Another slow effect ring. I think we're wearing one, right? So fortunately with these, we can just exit out at any time. So we can quit out and see. So yeah, I was comparing it to this one in my head. So the triple resist negative is awesome, especially as we are making our way into the end game here. But the -4 AC isn't great, not that bad either because we're high enough, and it's only int +4 versus the 6 of the one that we are being offered here. So I'm going to use the Control F find feature and look up RN Plus. Does that work? Perfect. I think this is pretty much everything we found. In -5, that's no good. I was just seeing if there were any replacements for the ring that we are wearing, especially in the form of necklace or clothing articles. Don't really want this chainmail though. Well. Decisions. I'm gonna switch over to examine here because I don't recognize the Scarf of Shadows. What is reduces the wearer's line of sight and spell power. Interesting. So definitely not exactly built for a character like ours here. But what is in the spell book? That's also important. Nothing we're super interested in. If it had ignition, I'd be tempted to grab it just because I love that spell, even though we're a long way away from being able to use it. In fact, if I Control or Shift M, should take a look at what we have available. Ignite Poison. We have OTR. Is this what? Yeah. OTR, I think, is what spell I'm thinking of. Oh, I mentioned it so much last episode because And I should know its name also because it's one of my favorite combos in the game. Yeah, I think it's all grabs toxic radiance and then you ignite the poison. And for whatever reason, my brain is just having issues comprehending that. That's actually fairly learnable if I want to throw that out there. But the other thing, Spellforge Servitor. Should maybe get summoning up there. So we have decent conjurations already, and that's halfway there in terms of casting that specific spell. Brain was tripping over the words there, or the mouth, I guess. Well, this recap has turned into quite an unexpected conundrum. I just take the gold because I don't know if I want this ring. I guess it still has RN plus 1. Yeah, I should actually probably take this. So if I select this, no, I don't hit enter. Oh, whoops. I didn't see the prompt, the yes, no prompt. My bad. Oh, it's like it's my first day on the job here. Because I think I will take off this ring that we were currently wearing and switch it out. So we lose 1 will stack and we're down 1 R negative, but that's not too shabby to have on all the time, and we can always switch in specific scenarios. So that's a pretty awesome get. And then do I want to do any fancy skill things? Because as we go into vaults here, we're going to get a whole lot of experience, as you do every time you kind of clear through a branch area. And we should also find out the entrance to crypts there, and we can clear through crypt, most likely, unless anything really scary pops up. So for skilling here, I'm going to use the equals key and the skill keys to just set a few random targets so that we can kind of turn on skills as we'd like. They won't go too far beyond what we need. Let's set fighting maybe. Something like 15 is probably too high, but at this point, this character is pretty overkill on a lot of skills. Like spellcasting and earth magic are probably slightly higher than they need to be. Even though having the shatter at 2% in fire dragon scales, pretty awesome. Okay, am I all set? I think I just might be. I'm gonna drop the enchant weapon scroll. Don't really need to carry those around anymore. And you know what, the same thing, I'm gonna drop this mutation potion right by this gate to the abyss that we may use in the future, because those are usually going to be linked. Right, because we have the easier to cast mutation. Still think I'm okay with that. Kind of nice to have, again, that shatter chance. Okay. I keep saying last final check, but for real this time, let's just head out of here. So we're gonna Control G, V, 0. Take me to the entrance. Whoops. Alright, the first area of vaults here shouldn't be too shabby whatsoever. It is essentially equal to or even easier than the depths that we've already cleared through completely. So let's just, oh, I should have taken up the acid dragon first potentially, try and avoid getting corroded here, but it doesn't really matter unless something really scary happens. Maybe I should have used LRD on that buddy just because we could. Ooh, okay. So I guess the one difference between depths and vaults are the special vaults enemies. And so the preserver here isn't too dangerous. Injury bond. I don't actually know what this does. Normally I just burn through everyone here. Binds the caster to nearby allies, redirecting half of any damage they suffer to the caster. Oh, that's not at all, just a bunch of healing. And then annihilators are a pain in the butt, so I'm probably going to use the smite targeted LRD here to just snipe behind. And then, guess I could also use this bolt. I want to hit the annihilator though. So we're gonna do it like this. And then now that the Annihilator is in vision here, we can use the big guns with the Lahudib's Crystal Sphere here. Keep pumping up our intelligence whenever we get those level ups that are multiple of 3. 38 intelligence is pretty awesome. And that should bring, yeah, everything's real castable. Well, I'll probably go for the explosion here. Right, I think LRD, when used on walls, might do less damage to armored enemies. So maybe not the best spell to be using in this specific scenario. No, I'll just use Iron Shot, I think. And then just use melee for a bit while we can recharge some mana. Ooh, shafted 1 floor. Right into an ogre den here. I'll pop back around the corner here and let that Yaktar come to me. And we should be okay fighting most of these guys. Ooh, this one is hasted. And you know what, might as well just take out the Ogre Magi right away. And there you have it. Survived our entrance onto the floor, our unexpected entrance, I should say. And then we'll probably take the first stairway up that we reach, but see how long it takes to get there. And I'm not too worried about it, because this is still all doable enemies-wise. I love having just constant resistances up to the 3 pips here, because so many characters, you are usually going to be, you know, wearing rings that give you the power, or like killing power or defensive power, anything like that, and then switching to resistances just as you need them. But we've gotten extremely lucky. Ooh, Boulder Beetle. Hello. Remember you, friend. Oh, it blinks away too. Interesting. Well, well, well. Lahudib's Crystal Sphere is probably just gonna wreck it, right? 0% chance to evade? Yeah. That spell's awesome. Do it. In fact, I'm gonna use it again there. Ooh, that's a shapeshifter? That's a shapeshifter. Let's LRD here to hit both these buddies in one go. Not too shabby. Oh, and then just fight this buddy in close range. Might as well save the mana there. Here goes Jory. Okay, another named unique here. XV that bad boy. Okay. Ah, so Jory can Crystal Sphere as well. That's scary. Okay. I don't usually worry too much about Jory. In the past I haven't, at least. But there have been a few recent runs, or relatively recent runs I should say, where I underestimated him and it almost cost me the character. So the main issue is that even if we get Jory low, he can heal back up pretty quickly with his spells. And yeah, Lahudib's is, unfortunately, he's not in range of it quite yet. I'm guessing Petrify has no chance of working. 0% chance. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe we'll just go for it though. Anti-magic greatsword is also real rough. Oh, but I guess that means he won't be casting. Oh gosh. Sentinel's Mark, and we have no stairs. Kind of scary. I may want to just make my way to a defensive position. Actually, even just here is so much better because no enemies can come in from the top here. And so we'll be able to see everyone coming from one direction. And if things get really hairy, we'll read a teleport scroll and start walking back into this room. But we'll see how it goes. Now we can at least use our Crystal Sphere. Dang. Oh, actually, what is your chance to mesmerize? Yeah, horrible. Keep trying to do that, please, buddy. Hopefully this Crystal Sphere hits because it costs a lot of mana, and so I'm kind of hinging a lot on this working here. Let's go for it one more time. Ouch. Ooh, Crystal Sphere right back at us from Jory. So let's see. Right, no spells. That's not what I was thinking of. I wanted to take a look at my skills just to see. Evocations is decent, so our wands will do all right. Especially acid wands are pretty awesome. Might be able to hit all of these buddies in one go, or I could try one of these new buddies. In fact, maybe I should try out the condenser vein. Just quickly check that there isn't some kind of conditional thing that we should be aware of here, because I've never actually used this before. But it's between that, in my mind, and the Filed Floods, because this will make it so that Jory cannot cast, I believe, unless Jory is flying. Not flying. Interesting. Let's try that with the condenser vein. Not great, because ice, resistant to cold. Yeah, that's what I thought. But does mean now we can use our acid. Okay. Still very scary here. At least Jory's the only one who has a line of sight on us, so we're not getting attacked elsewhere. Are you living? Do you count as living? I guess not, right? As an undead vampire, probably doesn't count as living. Wondering for my weapon here, but let's do one more acid wand blast. Nice. The Jory screams, "No, no!" before exploding into a cloud of blood. Okay. Oh, jeez. Absolutely brutal. Alright, now we're marked. Okay, so when I was checking up on the green buddy earlier, the Convoker is who I was thinking of in my head, because these are dangerous. With Word of Recall, it allows them to bring enemies from the level in. So, especially having two of them, if that pops off, might be in a bit of trouble here. I think I'm gonna take a step up, close the door here, take a step away, wait for them to come to me, and that way they're in range of my stronger attacks here, and I got just a little bit more mana. Oh, Vault Warden too. Wow, we're really getting all the greatest hits at the moment. So, in general, not too dangerous. Seal doors, also seals stairways, so that becomes very relevant in specific situations, and especially in the final floor of this branch that we're in right now. Well. Should be fine here. So, oh, I kind of want to save my Lahudib's Crystal Sphere for that buddy, but oh, unfortunately you're behind your friend. So maybe we just do Bolt of Magma, try and smash through both these buddies. Yeah, so the Convoker is beginning to recite the words of recall, so we need to take them out this turn, which should be possible. Like that. Perfect. And then probably use our spear or trident to finish off, and we did. No notes coming? Okay, so being marked by this sentinel buddy, should have, yeah, looked at this guy when he popped up. I kind of was going through fast. Again, this, yeah, looks easy, no problem whatsoever, but Sentinel's mark is a pain in the butt. It only has a 5% chance to work, and we got nailed with it there, but all that matters is surviving those rough spots. We just might make it through in one piece. For whatever reason, I keep just attacking normally with this character. I mean, they're not bad at it, so it's not a horrible idea, but should probably launch off some spells, even just to take advantage of the fact that we get mana back on kills. Probably a good idea. Okay, take out this fancy warrior. I guess this is that. Actually, these are the warriors. What did I just kill? A knight? Was it a knight? An orc knight. Always forget those buddies. I know how they sit on the power tier level, but never quite remember all their titles and whatnot. Wand of Enslaving, probably not super useful, so against ranged people, always nice to pop yourself through a door, and then they have to come into close quarters, and then it's no problem to mop up. Especially Yaktars, if we didn't have a shield of reflection, those can be really scary, those packs of ranged enemies. I guess same with Cyclops too, but they usually end up damaging themselves more than I damage them. Yeah, acting like a hybrid class now, a full hybrid class, and just having our way through a lot of the fights. Ooh boy, Convoker. So this is where we use that piercing effect from Bolt of Magma to good effect again, hopefully. Hopefully. Nice. Feel like one turn away from popping off there, but it doesn't matter, because we managed to kill him in time there, just in time. And we'll tab our way through most of this. Brains are kind of a pain sometimes, those little orange buddies, because they summon in friends. Ooh, Convoker in range of Lahudib's Crystal Sphere is not very much of a problem. Same Preservers aren't too bad, now that we know that they just heal their buddies. And we'll just tab our way through a bunch of Ogres. Because this character's way too strong for a caster. And as soon as we have an open line of sight to the Shaman here, I do want to take them out, because they can definitely make these situations a lot worse if they start hasting all of their friends. Oh, whoa, that's a lot of people. Hello. This is kind of probably not optimal, but fun. I like disintegrating bone and ice targets, and this hurts their friends as well. Yeah, we killed the archer with that. Awesome. Take out this buddy, and then all of these dead buddies. There we go. That's a pretty decent ratio of enemies hit for mana cost. Ooh, we definitely want to take out this Necromancer, though. Get out of here. Perfect. And they didn't come back as a shard of themselves or anything like that, as Necromancers are wont to do in this game, which is nice. Did I miss anything there? Okay, no, it's just a magic dagger. Ooh, Liches are very scary, but Lahudib's Crystal Spear is awesome, and there are the Crypt Entrance. Or is the Crypt Entrance? It's another really nice branch to pass through in this stage of the game to just get a whole lot of experience very quickly. Let's go tab through Ogres again. So satisfying. Oh right, we got shafted down to this floor. I should go up a stairwell. Just clearing it no problems, I didn't think twice. Yeah, I started tabbing for a bit, but I want to take out Rakshasa? I need to look at that word. Never said this out loud. Rakshasa. Rakshasa. But I like to take them out before they multiply. Pull off Kage. Oh my gosh, has it been that long since I watched Naruto? Kage Bushino Jutsu? Something like that. Has been too long since I watched Naruto. Should probably rewatch it just for nostalgia's sake at some point. Would definitely need to find myself a filler guide though, so I don't really want to go through a lot of that stuff again. Ooh, Saint Roka. Meeting a lot of name buddies here. So yeah, another scary one, especially with the smiting ability. Never want to be low health here because any turn can just end it all. So I think if things get really dire here, maybe I'll start shattering. Actually, we've cleared like this whole floor. Maybe it's a good time to test shatter. Start with an LRD, hitting all of these buddies. Just straight up killing the Orc Warriors, okay. Take out the Priest. There's a smite from Roka. Honestly, not as bad as I was expecting, but yeah, it's hard to get in range of Lahudib's because she's just standing there. But there we go, okay. Yeah, actually very scary, named unique a lot of the time, but as we've seen a lot with this character in particular, Lahudib's Crystal Sphere and Gargoyle AC does kind of trivialize a whole lot of what should be game or run ending fights, especially when I play as lazily as I have been. Oh geez, everyone's mited here, which means they're dealing double damage, so I'm gonna use crystal spears to just immediately take out all those warriors. Not too shabby. This game's kind of weird like that sometimes, where that situation almost looks scarier than, or actually definitely looks scarier than how the Roka fight went, but I was much less freaked out because that damage was at least kind of calculatable in my head. Even though maybe I'm just wrong about that, my instincts are actually endangering my life because I don't know, I'm just going off of experience. My brain kind of lost the thread of that thought as I reached there. Got scared of being marked, even though, again, there's almost no chance of that happening, and we just got really unlucky in the past. I could check what these boots were, but there's almost no chance of me switching out of this pair of boots because they're pretty schwanky. One shot with Iron Shot, Poker, not as scary as... Oh geez, see this one is because they're out of range. I can probably take whatever they spawn to us, especially since this floor is largely cleared, and I do think that it only takes from monsters on the floor. No, could definitely be wrong about that. Could shatter, just for fun. See how it do. Actually, we're kind of in a bad position in terms of stairway placement. Auto Explore has kind of taken us in a bad loop here. We're just gonna start walking. Start walking. Iron Shot. Okay. As long as we can pull off those one-shot kill Iron Shots, won't be an issue. But won't always be able to work, especially since it's a 19% chance. Oh yeah, managed to recall there. But I think this is a fun chance. We're out in the open, scared out of our minds. Oh, and actually this is a better position now that the stairway's up here and monsters and unknown is kind of down here. I'm gonna make a whole lot of noise. So it's time to shatter things up. Immediately kill most of the enemies, go up into the dangerous purple level of noise, and crash. Okay, 2 shouts and a howl. That's not too bad whatsoever. Take out the Vault Guardian, take out this elf in melee. Ooh, that's more than 2 shouts, if you ask me, but I'll take it. And actually, so what I should have done there is been watching my mana, because I've been curious how much mana we get refunded when we take out large groups like this. We're at 34, we're about to spend 9. Let's do it. We killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we gained mana. That is so cool. Okay, I'm starting to understand how this character works now. Especially now that we have that AoE fully online. That's pretty awesome. Probably try and pull off that combo at around like 20 mana, thinking. So we have a couple shots with Shatter in order to kill enough enemies to regain everything. We'll see how it goes, because I'm also extremely bad at not spending my mana. Because that's definitely, I feel like a good player almost never runs out of mana completely on a caster. If it gets to that point, then you're already kind of on your last length of rope, which isn't great. So careful play probably dictates that we save a little pool at all times, regardless of fancy shatter techniques. Okay, I want it to draw everybody in. Okay, I should put this shatter on a key macro. No, I'll do it after this fight. Make a whole lot of noise. Maybe take out some walls while we're at it. Yeah, really clear the way here. And then we shall clean up with Iron Shot. Take out the mage. And then I should actually just tab through the rabble there. Perfect. But yeah, the ability for that spell shatter to literally shatter the walls is definitely another one of its big uses. Certain areas in the game. Specifically the slime lair, if you don't kill the boss, then the vault sections remain sealed. So by various means you can send the boss into the abyss, for example, and then be stuck not being able to get the rune unless you're able to blow walls apart. Like we can. No problem whatsoever. Oh geez. See, yeah, I kind of forgot my own rule there, which was don't tab fight the Rakshasa. Just take it out quickly. So these buddies, even though we have high RN, I still don't like getting drained in this game, so I try and avoid that whenever possible. And let's maybe check in with our spells. Yeah, we maxed out Earth Magic, so I definitely expected to do that pretty quickly in this EXP rich environment here. Yeah, dodging goes up very slowly, which makes sense. We're bad at that. But a lot of times I do like training the defensive skill that we're worst at because we already have a lot of AC. So if something's hitting us in a way that armor is going to help, we're probably doing all right anyway. So dodging and shields might be a bit more important, but shields is already pretty high up there, and that's just kind of where we're sitting, I think. So the last thing I should do before I move on is make a decision on potential new spells. I probably should get Spellforge Servitor. There's no reason not to. Yeah, we're gonna learn that. And then I'm gonna use equal L and set summonings to 10 is probably too high. We might end up turning this off at some point, but I think that's fine by me for now. Okie dokie. Vault Warden Zombie, no problem whatsoever. I guess I should switch to my other weapon, because the only issue with our Vampiric brand there is, yeah, if we're not against living targets, we're not getting any bonus damage from our brand or anything. We just get that lifesteal against living targets, so might as well switch over to our Vorpal Blade, or I guess Trident as it were. And that is 2 floors done and done. Looks like we have, wait, just 2 stairways? Am I? No, there are 3 stairways. Okay, my brain just could not see the 3rd teal dot or cyan dot on the map here, but gotcha. Then all good. I like to check sometimes that we have all of our upstairs and downstairs, because there can be sneaky little hidden sections. Okay, against these buddies, let's use the piercing shot. Ooh, now definitely use the piercing shot. That's beautiful. Through all these buddies. No problem. Take out those convokers, because this is where that's actually a pretty scary enemy, because there's a whole lot of floor to bring down on our heads. It's a little bit closer to popping off there. Let's again, yeah, switch to something that actually damages that buddy a bit more. Perfect. You know what? I'm just gonna use spells. Sometimes I don't know why I keep trying to play like a hybrid when I can definitely afford to just sling out. Ooh, take out the mage first, then the brain here, because the brain is a pain in the butt. And then I can tab through the rest of these buddies. Ooh, we got slowed. I'm gonna LCS that Drake. Just immediately delete it from existence. Yeah, so the slow effect from that ring, definitely a little bit dangerous. Want to pay attention when that happens, but I still think that both these slow-based rings that we have, or rings with that negative slow effect, are too good to turn down, so we'll make do with it here. Okay, pop around the corner here. Oh, I don't like this. I was hoping to be able to just wait here for the older beetle to get in range, But as is here, kind of have to make a call on who we take out first because of how short the range is on all of our spells. It's these rare moments that I wish we weren't fully dedicated to our Earth Elementalist ways, but should be fine. I might even take a step back down. Hopefully the beetle has moved up to one of these two squares, and then we're in business. We're in business. Perfect. Ooh, and then the Convoker's so far away. Is it worth it to shatter? Does that make sense? Call everyone to us with extremely loud noises, potentially break open these walls into vaults of enemies, all to avoid this. Maybe I'll just go for the LRD on his buddy here. Assume that, yeah, the first Convokers was going to pop off, which it did. And then take out anything that is mighted, because that is very freaky. Otherwise, all good here. Maybe even throw in an Iron Shot or two just for funsies. Make sure we don't lose all of our mana. I guess I was just talking about that probably being for the best, and immediately almost spent every last resource we had there. Oops, switch back to our good sphere. Probably just take out the Sentinel. Even though that chance is really low to be marked, it'd be nice not to have to worry about that. A human. Are you a named unique? Who has humans? I don't know if anyone has humans that follow them. At least not that we'd find in this stage of the game. Because there used to be Pickle. When did Pickle get taken out? Is that just in Trunk? Don't remember if that's just in Trunk or if that might be in the version we're playing right now. Who knows these things? Okay, it's going pretty well. Get some of this hair out of my face. Just the strands are slowly making me itch. There we go. Yeah, this is much nicer, much safer than trolling through the abyss. Ooh, cannot pick up a scroll of magic mapping. Don't ignore that. Time to do some inventory management. Don't need this ring of strength. Honestly, I probably don't need these javelins. I like to keep them around because javelins are just so strong. If you do have any throwing training, but there's no real point in us worrying about that. I think we're pretty strong in our current ways here. What else could we potentially drop? We could drop Identify. Maybe we're good for now. 2 inventory slots open. Take a break for a sip here. Alrighty. Wow. Just had my way into a bit of a hair situation here as I was distracted for a moment. Whoops. And as per our rules, wow. It should not be this tough. But take out the Rakshasa before they multiply, because that's a pain in the butt. And then, I guess, interesting. So Tab auto targets the Harpies over the Deep Elf Knight. Maybe I should have XV'd both of them to see how the damage actually stacks up, because for whatever, in my head, the crazy armored dude with the sword is the scarier there. Okay, Crystal Golems. Very scary. Or Crystal Guardian, I guess, is the correct word here, because they have a slightly weaker version of the Crystal Spear spell that enemies carry, but not very much weaker. And they're resistant or immune to everything. So I think LCS will still absolutely destroy it. Just wanted to check, because if we could get a Spellforge Servitor up, even just to test it, that would be nice, but still a little low on the % chance for that to work. Oh wow, just popped out right in front of us. Well, they have no chance to evade. Yeah, the Hoodip's Crystal Sphere is just too strong. Definitely not complaining. And I haven't touched Absolute Zero yet, so I guess I shouldn't speak too presumptuously, because that's an even stronger single target nuke. Especially, I don't think Absolute Zero can miss, because it just hits like the closest enemy. That's pretty wacky if that's the case. I should really try out that spell. But yes, definitely nice when we can just kind of O-tab our way through all Vaults 3 here without having to really comment on the game at all, because it's all been pretty smooth, nothing too scary here. Just keep taking these buddies out one at a time as they walk through the door. Perfect. And just keep tapping my way through everything. Maybe I'll let, yeah, we've cleared a lot of the floor here, so let's let some enemies come in and then check out this shatter potential again. Wow, so that time it didn't do very well. It just killed, no, just killed the one enemy. Wow, and we still almost spent no mana. That seems so strong. I've been making foolish mistakes and never taking Behemoth, turns out. Ooh, this is kind of a fun one. So normally this Sphinx in this glass cage will keep smiting us, but we happen to be able to break things. So let's open these cages and just take out all these buddies. It's not too shabby. Wait, what do you do? Can you do anything? I don't think this giant does anything through the wall. Thought everything they had was line of sight there. Interesting. Let's LCS this buddy and then tab our way until we get into this scary mess. Ooh. Spending all of my mana there to no real avail. I think I missed the warden most of the time. But there we go. Then the yaks, we can just tab our way through, no problem. I shouldn't tap that quickly. It's super dangerous, but even with our rough time in the abyss, I'm immediately feeling invincible after just a little bit of dungeon crawling again. Okay, do a bit of a re-figuring of everything here as we make our way to the next floor. I usually find that when I clear a floor is a nice time to kind of reassess the situation and remember everything that we could be doing or might want to do. Because we were thinking of unlearning Petrify a while back, I think. Because it never really is able to hit most of the enemies that we are fighting in this point of the game, and costs a decent number of spell slots. So that brings us up to 13. And we can take a little peek here at anything else we might want to get up and castable, even just for fun. Not a lot. OTR and Ignite Poison, I guess. Could still do that. It's kind of fun. Take a sip of the drink and think about it. Actually, I think what will make up my mind is if we Control F Amnesia. That is a lot of Amnesia scrolls. Okay, and I definitely don't feel too guilty about just grabbing spells willy-nilly here. I'm gonna grab OTR. I'm gonna grab Ignite Poison. Oh, did you text me, Babs? No, I'm all good for food, but thanks for the offer. Check my phone here. Oh, I see. Ordering something. Ooh, maybe I do want something then. No, I'm good. Have my nice drink here. all set up to just keep rolling. Whoops, I never learned Ignite Poison. Whoops. That's the one. Perfect. So we'll see if we end up using those, but it might be kind of fun. Oh, you got placed right in the middle there, right? Because we forgot one of those. I'm admiring all the spells. Here I can, yeah, bring it up again. And this, yeah, definitely isn't all of them. These are just the ones that we've come across the spell books for. But yeah, I love all the art in this game. Super fun. Not the werewolf spell, wow. No, unfortunately not on GrEE here. As a statue man, we're not very good at transfiguring our body like that. Can do it. Definitely can fight against the innate disadvantages, but oh, wait, gargoyle, I see that now. Yeah. No. GrEE the gargoyle here. Ooh, Queen Bee. I'm guessing this is actually a shapeshifter, because that's way too weak of an enemy here. A gargoyle werewolf would be weird. Oh, when you put it that way though, you come closer to convincing me to change up everything that we've built towards till this point. So that sounds pretty cool. There are a lot of, actually, almost all of them revolve around being a caster who uses transmutation abilities, because there are lots of cool images of like being an octopus, or an octopode I guess, but they're basically just an octopus, and then turning yourself to stone, turning all of your appendages into blades, and then also constricting everyone with your bladed tentacles as you fight. Pretty cool. Octopodes are pretty sweet in general. Oh, Warden moved out of view. There you are. There we go. Back into the nice easy tab territory. Another Warden coming our way. Shouldn't be too shabby. Boulder Beetle close range. Oh right, they blink away. Okay, let's get out of sight so that they at least don't start rolling. Try and take them out there. No problem. How close are we on the Spellforge Servitor? It's getting down there. Just saw that our summoning leveled up. Thought I'd check. I just love the ability to do totally random combinations, not for optimization, just to try the weirdest and chaotic combinations, see how long it can last. Definitely. Yeah. This combo was very much, well, it's kind of a nice mix of thematic and very strong and good, the Gargoyle Earth Elementalist, but I'm totally with you in that I love doing flavor combos. Ooh, we got marked here. I'm going to head towards the stairs as we will start drawing enemies in towards us. Yeah, that's 5% chance, right? 4% chance now, and it still happened. Yeah, there are different ways you can take the kind of flavor in this game too, whether it's just the wackiness of the scenario, like those ones, or something more along the lines of, I think when I first played this game when I was younger, I often made like fictional characters from books or movies in the game and tried to like play the combo as if I were them. That's always fun. So yeah, that Death Knight that we're fighting against there can be a scary enemy because they reflect damage back at you. So the fact that we hit hard is kind of to our detriment potentially, but fortunately the first couple hits didn't go too badly there, so we were able to just push through. Wanted to burn through here to get to the Sphinx as soon as we could, just because are a bit of a pain in the butt with those smite abilities. And there we go. Now we can go back to tabbing a little bit here. Ooh, you're mited. I don't like that. Let's maybe just take out the knight and Bob's your uncle. Let's keep it going. She's got slowed again there, but fortunately no punishment whatsoever in that kind of scenario. One of these days it's going to be a lot worse than that when it hits, but Not today. Immediately I will, yeah, burn through spells to take out the hasted enemies because they will lay down a whole lot of damage very quickly. Perfect. Jeez, we're almost done Vaults 4 and then we're getting real close to having to make our final decisions. Oh, do you know what? Maybe I should have just stayed out there. Okay, bring everyone in. Everybody come in. And let's try out one of these Shatter buddies. I think Shatter deals less damage to flying creatures, potentially. You're getting Dairy Queen out of his juice in case that changes anything. Steady stream of food talk. No, that's totally right, Babs. And no, I'm probably good there as well. But thanks again. Checking up. Nice, and we'll just Shatter again because that regened all of our mana doing so in the first place. That's so strong. Just gonna keep doing it. But yeah, so against these flying creatures, doesn't deal quite as much damage, so that is something to always keep in mind there. Love the cool cat. There, Babs. Peace. See ya, Babs. Enjoy your food. Oh, jeez. You hit hard, you end, buddy. I guess, oh, it's probably both of you hate a bit of a combo deal. Might as well start walking away a little bit. Normally it is a little scary against stone giants because they'll start lobbing those, but fortunately, a lot of times, as we've seen in the past, that ends up hurting them more than it does us, so probably just take it. You know what? You can come to us. Let me regain some mana here. Full Warden, buddy. As long as it's just one enemy, it does seem like we usually are healing more than we are taking damage, which is pretty sweet. A loud signal horn out of these buddies. Right, I guess that's the other thing that the Sentinel does that's... Oh, there it's listed. The warning cry. Definitely can be a little bit scary. Drawing enemies in, even if they don't manage to mark you, but I feel like with our Shatter, we've made more noise than they could possibly do themselves, so kind of ignore that negative side effect. Tab, 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 tab. Should tab a little slower. It's not that much faster to rapid fire through. It might be nice to have a split second to register that everything's going downhill real fast. Perfect. Yeah, I'm very tempted to clear the end of vaults on this one, largely because there's a lot of really good treasure in Vaults 5. Could definitely come in handy for the vaults, or for the final branch in Zot. Immediately take out the Convoker. Keep burning through all the chaff here. As always, it's so satisfying to see enemies that once would have scared the living bejesus out of us becoming just tabbable popcorn that we don't even think about here. Very satisfying. And that is... Ooh, I thought that's the floor. Okay. Well, the next downstairs into the final section of Vault 5 is not one you want to head down just to poke your head in and say hi. Only head down there if you have a bit of a plan in mind, because those wardens can lock you down there, and all of the stairways in the final floor of vaults are in one section. So when you go down, it's usually to finish the deal. So we could start, risking ourselves for another rune here, starting to think about which one we want to go for. But again, I feel like we might as well make our way up to Crypt, clear a few more floors there, get a bit more treasure as well. I think Crypt 3 has a decent haul sometimes. And then I think we'll have to make our decision. But that'll be a nice chunk of experience just to get everything here fully castable. Spellforged Servitors, so close. And then we might even get OTR if everything else gets up there as planned. How high is dodging going? Up to 14? Oof, that's gonna take an eternity on this buddy. Just trying to look for something to compare it to, but this is even a -1, so comparing the costs and like the skill level isn't even showing the full extent of how bad this -2 actually affects things. But let us control G. Oh, our inventory is very full. What did we pick up? Picked up enchant weapon. Okay. I lied, because we're still going to control G and then head to the entrance of crypts, because it's at least a little bit higher up in vaults if we ever need to retrieve any of this stuff. And it will be nice and handy. But let us... Ooh, brand weapon. I definitely might want that in the future. Ooh, that might mean we want another demon trident. Could take this +5 one, rebrand it, hope to get something really good. Electrocution is really solid though. Other words? That's or other side of things. You got me 2 different chain wraps and onion rings. Oh, thanks, Babs. Yeah, even if I don't need them, I'll definitely tuck those away for the future. You spoil me so, Babs. And yeah, I think we're all set. But one thing that we could do is switch over to our other ring. But even with 2 resist negative stacks, I think we should be good. Future food is just as great. Exactly, yeah. I don't mind leftovers at all, so it's always just nice and handy to have a backup lying around. Okay, hold up. Speaking of backup, let's back up, because this demon trident, this vampiric demon trident, is actually not going to be very useful here at all. I wasn't thinking about it, even though we just looked up alternative tridents to potentially use in the future. But almost everything in the crypts, surprisingly, against all odds, is dead. So, or undead as it were. So that's not going to come in handy that much. We won't be able to heal off of very many attacks. But this trident is still decent, and I guess, wow, yeah, we do go back up to 45 intelligence, which probably makes everything castable, right? Ooh, that's a good thing to keep in mind. We still have full stacks of fire resistance, even with the negative. Holy cow. Holy moly. So I think we can take this fight. I'm on the stairs right now, which means optimally I should probably just head upstairs, bring a couple with me to clear them out, stair dance a little bit. But because I'm dumb, I think I kind of want to just pull back into the hallway here. I feel good about this fight, but I will regret this if some scary unique like pops around this corner or something like that. But we never get punished, right? So no need to fret about silliness like that. Okay, we're back up to a decent number of heal wounds potions, which is definitely nice, because we were looking a little low after the panic uses in the Abyss. So this is a pain, because yeah, it's the vampire mage who's summoning all these dang old buddies. In order to take out summoned monsters, it's usually easiest to take out their summoner, but right now it's hiding behind them. Yeah, that vampire mage really isn't taking much damage. There we go. Oh, it's taking so much mana though. Okay, hold up. Reach past, reach past. Reach past. There we go. Tab through this buddy, and then this is actually scary. The ancient champions, the stone arrows can hit really hard and they haste themselves as well. So very scary, but we can at least blow them up in the inside, which is always really fun. Made a lot of noise, so I'm going to head back to the stairs to recharge my mana. There we go. Back into the bit more usual. Oh, where's the jam? There it is. Usual routine of slowly clearing, I guess, yeah, blending kill and clearing. It kind of works, right? They're doing both those things. Okay, here's where we make our stand. Oh, I don't like that. Here's where we make our stand. No, I chose poorly. I wanted to be able to hit all these buddies with one spell, but I think these ones will actually do. I should have right-clicked this coffin before destroying it here, potentially, because they are a pain in the butt normally. They flay you and just reduce your maximum life temporarily until you kill them. But it can definitely be pretty freaky in combination with strong enemies. Oh, another Death Knight. Ooh, and we have no mana. There's a skeleton behind us this way. So this is the bad situation here where you get surrounded like this. But ooh, this is actually kind of nice. Oh, no, they switched spots. Not nice. I was about to say we can block our way with the weaker skeleton maybe, but nah. So I'm just going to run until this damage reflection thing is gone here. Like so. And then crystal spears. Wow. We missed twice in a row. That's really unlucky. It's a level 8 spell, right? Yes, it is. So we need one more mana. There we go. 17% chance to evade. Not this time. Wait, all three of those missed, right? None of them just dealt no damage. Yeah, all three missed. That's very unfortunate. Well, GrEE, get good, man. Stair dance just a little bit here. Oops, not that. Who dips? What? It's impossible. Absolutely unhittable. This Death Knight's a god. What is going on? Okay, damage reflection is back up. Don't hit. Don't hit. Now. Oh my gosh. Just one hit does it, but to get that one hit, I tell ya. Speaking of targets to just take out, let's immediately spike down anyone who creates Spectral Mist. I hate that stuff. Causes a bunch of summoned enemies to come out of the woodwork. Oops. No, don't do the Iron Troll Skeleton. Definitely the buddy with the axe. That was scarier in my books. Oops. Tried to cast a spell without the mana. There we go. And tap, 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 tap. Ooh, a ghoul, hey? I think ghouls are scary. Yeah, they deal a nice chunk of damage for sure, and good health. Definitely a wee bit scary. What are their chances? 17% chance to evade still. Seems like a bit of a common threshold. Oh geez, should not walk towards enemies. That's the most classic of rules here. Oh, and that dang old vampire mage is being a pain in the butt. So as soon as I see this many enemies on the screen, I have to start debating if we want to start throwing down a shatter. I mean, killing the summoned things won't do much for us. I don't think we'll get mana back from our god, and we definitely don't get experience or anything like that. But it will kill the vampire mage. So there's that. Maybe I'll run. Just a couple more steps here. Yeah, I wanted that vampire mage hittable with LRD. Let's try one more time. Oh, there are two of them. That's fun. Okay, I'm taking a step in dangerously. Just so we can completely rock house here. Because this shatter should absolutely wreck. Did pretty well. Fortunately, right, decent number of flying things. Let's do it one more time. We already made a lot of noise, right? Perfect. And then just Lahudibs, some of the leftovers here. Lahudibs you as well. Perfect. Tap, 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 tap. Against the popcorn. And there we have it. Made a lot of noise too and didn't attract too much. I think we'd kind of already attracted most of the enemies our way. Who dibs? Come on. A bunch of vampire mages, hey? It's a pain in the butt. You guys could have been a lot worse. At least we managed to hit our shots for once this time. Yeah, Crypts is awesome for loot because there are a lot of little vault areas, like the one we just went through there. Find some sweet little goodies in. This looks suspicious. Oh wait, we fly. Right, we just haven't been flying because we got destroyed by airstrike a while back. Beautiful. That's not too shabby at all. That is Crypt 1 done. Summoning is almost up to 10, which we switch back to this Trident Spellforge Servitors at 6%. That's still not too shabby, actually. Because that'll usually be right at the start of a fight that we bring that buddy up. And we do so to save a lot of mana in the long run, because they'll cast the Hoodip's Crystal Spear for free. So summonings does not have to go above 10. I'm going to turn off spellcasting again. It is too high. Let's instead go fighting, because we could actually use a bit more of a health pool here for sure. And then, I want to bring up armor maybe. Polearms is about to hit min delay, which is pretty nice. Won't have to keep training that anymore. Ooh. The champion is a pain in the butt. Right, I forgot that we just disintegrate them from the inside. That's always fun. Ooh, and we should have definitely been on this trident. We're going to switch back after our testing a second ago. Helps a little bit with just bursting down these buddies in one more hit every once in a while at the very least. I like to hide a little bit because if the vampire mage doesn't see me, they won't start summoning, I don't think. There we go. Much better.